Hello, I'm Lyle Snyder, pastor of First English Lutheran Church in Tyler, Minnesota, and also the Dean of the Prairie Conference of the Southwestern Minnesota Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. Here in the Prairie Conference, we have mission partners halfway across the world. They are the Umfolozi Circuit of the Southeastern Diocese of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in South Africa. The Umfolozi Circuit is located in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Last year, our conference hosted two guests from the Umfolozi Circuit, Agrippa Ntombela and Dean P.S. Lawandle. That is Agrippa on the left and Dean Lawandle in the center with a local farmer, Alan Roloffs. It was about a week before Halloween when my wife Emily and I were hosting our guests for supper. Agrippa was very frank. He said to us, "I noticed that you decorate with pumpkins here. If you would ever like to stop decorating with pumpkins, you can send them to us in South Africa to eat." My jaw dropped and I was in shock. I know that for our friends in rural South Africa, food is much sparser than it is here. I was faced with my own sin and the reality of the abundance that I live in. Yes, in the United States, we are so wealthy that we actually decorate with one of their main sources of food. In Matthew's Gospel, Jesus directs us to feed the hungry, to provide something to drink for the thirsty, and to invite the stranger. I don't think decorating with food is what Jesus calls us to do. It was from this interaction and others with our guests that I learned of the great sin that exists when others do not have enough food. This sin isn't some faulty supply chain which fails to get food where it needs to go. This sin isn't embedded in some global economic market system. This sin isn't just that some are just rich while others are poor. It isn't any of these things. Food shortages and poverty exists because of a lack of relationship. This sin exists in this world because we fail to treat others as children of God. You see, extending the gifts given to us by God is a lot easier when there is a face and a name attached to them. I want to invite you along with me. In July, I and 4 others will be traveling to South Africa to meet and to get to know the Lutherans of the Umfolozi Circuit of the Southeastern Diocese. I want you to get to know them too. Perhaps you might discover the world to be a bit smaller. Perhaps you might get to know other children of God you wouldn't otherwise get to know. Perhaps, even perhaps, next Halloween you might not decorate with pumpkins anymore.